Welcome to the desert and inside Chase Field in Phoenix. An NL West matchup on the show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Let's jump right in with a player who's hit a bit of a rough patch lately. It's been an absolute ice-cold streak, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, but today could be his day to break out of it. A few swings, some luck, and maybe he'll get back on track. It's just about finding that rhythm.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting the start for Arizona, Merrill Kelly.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And the 1-0.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting second, right fielder Fernando
Tatis steps in now. His power, athleticism, and energy can light up a ballpark.
Just natural charisma, and he plays the game like a kid. Grew up in big league ballparks. Always seems to be having fun.
Cronenworth gets his lead at first with nobody out. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Now a quick throw to first.
No,
Cronenworth dives back in. Tatis with a homer in his last game. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Ground ball left side.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul. Here in Phoenix, and just getting settled into this one. Got him. One out. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Ramon Laureano.
He's hit 5 home runs in his last 10 games. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And even if it doesn't sound like it, think about the pace over the course of a full season. That's over 80 home runs. Well, they're going to have a hard time getting him out in this one because he is dialed in.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. 1 at second. Out of Santana, 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. And now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for San Diego in this one, Nick Pivetta. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every fourth or fifth day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
The 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball, and an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Next
Ball
one
2.
misses. Ball 2. That clips the corner. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Two now. And foul ball. That misses. Full count now. That one lifted to left. Laureano on his way over. And there's one away.
Batting second.
Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovello. Batting 7th, someone they're hoping breaks out in this one. Alec Thomas.
Yeah, Boog, he just hasn't been himself at all lately. I mean, it's hard to know if it's mechanical, if it's mental. It's just a struggle all the way around. It's something that everybody goes through. I think the key is you've got to stick to the process. You've got to focus on every pitch and don't worry about the result. Take it one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time.
In the air, right field. And there's 2 away. Nice warm day here. Good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate. You can kind of be more selective instead of just looking out away so that you can get the barrel to it. And that part, you can get on the inside part of the plate as well.
2 down, nobody on. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
It's interesting. You have spring training, wonderful weather, and then most teams go north and it's chilly. So hitters have to kind of get through that for the first month and a half, and then everything evens out.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Scoreless after 1. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So digging in now for San Diego, Ramon Laureano. Laureano with some impressive production lately.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Just missed.
Inside.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
High fly ball out to left field. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Just missed.
That's inside.
No score here in the second.
Nope.
Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
That's ball 3.
That misses the zone. Ball 3. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
One out man at first. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Misses again, 5 in a row. The 1-0. There goes the runner. Swing and a ground ball. And that's just foul. That one fouled off. Andujar leads off first with 1 away. On the ground, 2 ball. Here's Marte for 1. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. So they go quietly there, down to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Peyton Smith. That's ripped into the outfield. And foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player you want.
That one ripped right center field.
We got a ground rule double.
And that's an automatic double.
He put a drive into that ball, and he was rewarded for it for sure. He probably wondered a little bit if he got enough of it to clear the fence in the air, but I'm sure he's plenty happy jogging into second with the automatic double.
Upstairs.
Ball, that's high.
Ball 1. Man at second. This one in the air, center field. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
Catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly, soft ground ball to the right side, find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
Yeah! Ball 2.
Just missed. The Diamondbacks looking to strike first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a pop-up. 2 away.
Batting 7, center fielder, Alex Thomas.
First pitch swinging.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Ball.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. A much-needed knock for a guy who's been searching for answers lately.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here's Gurriel. This one in the air right field. Tracks it down for the out. And that ends the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Fought off foul. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's the first out.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts. This one in the air. Santana has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
That night, catcher, Freddie Fermin.
In there for strike 1. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. That one misses. 1-2 to count.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Ball. Action time.
Jackknifes out of the way. And now 2-2. Got him swinging. Padres down in order. They still trail 1-0. Back here in the desert as we go to the last of the third. Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And a foul ball. Pitch in the dirt, ball one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And
ball
now 2-2.
inside.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Ball upstairs.
The 1-0.
Hey.
Come on, Geraldo.
Ball, that's out.
And there's a curve through for a strike.
Here we go, Geraldo.
Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Marte, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Perdomo, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. In the dirt, blocked.
Ball.
Man at first, 1 away. This ball's chopped on the ground. Cronenworth, off balance feed. There's 1. On to first, save. So they get 1, but a really nice try there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Ball 1.
The 1-0. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Padres nothing. This is Diamondbacks baseball on the show Southwest. Back here at Chase Field, stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Just missed. And a swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Now he's challenging the called strike. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
That's too low. And the count's full.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. And there's a foul ball. Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball.
Swing and a foul out of play. The Padres down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Ripped to first, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Here comes Manny Machado. 0 for 1 so far.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Let's go, 2 down, nobody on. And that's in the dirt. Now 1 and 2. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. This one popped up right side. And that is that. Padres go down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
You know, these
Ball, that's too
D-backs
high.
doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Liner caught at second.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And a 1-1. Out towards right center field. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, catcher Gabriel Moreno.
Swung out, belted. Deep. That one went back there. And that one's going to land not so much here, but here. A solo shot. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 down. Alec Thomas now singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Ball, that's upstairs.
The 1-0. There's a strike. And a foul ball. Struck him out looking. D-backs get 1 on the solo jack. And it's 2-zip. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in the desert, here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Ramon Laureano.
Ball, that's outside.
Measures 5 feet 10 inches, 31 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. The 1-1. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. That one inside.
Ball 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That
Ball
one
3.
misses, and the count's full. Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. right through there for a strike.
That's a ball.
Outside low, 3-1.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. One out man at first. Now, Jackson Merrill. He's 0 for 1. Swinging a foul straight back. Fouled off. He was late. Got him swinging for the K. And he strikes out the side of the fifth.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Ball, that's low.
Here we go, Merrill.
And the 1-0. Tap foul at the plate. Next offering is fouled back. Andujar leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Come on, Merrill.
On the ground, right side. And that'll do it. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Arizona Diamondbacks baseball on the show Southwest. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Carrying well. Goodbye, home run. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. goes yard. 3rd home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Foul ball. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. For San Diego, Randy Vasquez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Morgan also throwing. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Geraldo Perdomo.
That's a ball.
Challenge from behind the dish here. So the call stands. One challenge remaining for them now. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop.
For the Diamondbacks, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Hard hit, could be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. Perdomo around third. The relay. Tag. Too late. He scores. It's 4-0.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Nick Pivetta departs, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Randy Vasquez. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. This is Corbin Carroll. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, designated hitter, David Smith.
There's the strike. Two on, one out.
Ball, that's in.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Base hit! Carroll coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time, he scores. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That one was smoke coming off the bat, and it looked like there might have been a close play at the plate. Good job of base running rounding third, making sure he could come in and score that run.
Ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And that's a foul ball. Still only one out here in the inning. That one close, ruled the ball. And it's 2-1.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
What a stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So it's a 4-run inning on 6 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Padres nothing. This is Diamondbacks baseball on the show Southwest. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us.
Yes, I moved a shot from around me. She been all of my business as a lady. I got rich so fast they want this break, can't catch a break. And yes, I know you tired of hating.
So up next,
Leading
Xander
off for the
Bogaerts.
Padres, shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Just
Whoa,
missed.
that's down.
The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Blake Walston, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Diaz, the right-hander, also getting loose. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now it's 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's
Ball,
outside.
that's outside.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. And a payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Padres.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Ball 1.
Bogaerts aboard here at first with nobody out. Line drive. And that one's going to get into the corner.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now here's Jake Cronenworth, 1 for 2. Man at second.
Ball one.
The 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 1 on, nobody out, a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him. 1 down.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Runner at second here, 1 gone.
Hey!
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. In the air to left center. Thomas gets under it. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Padres, third baseman Manny Machado.
Manny Machado coming to the plate for the Padres after homering earlier in the game.
Yeah, and nobody has hit more home runs for the Padres franchise than Manny Machado.
You're right about that. It was just last year when Manny passed a member of San Diego's inaugural team from 1969, Nate Colbert, for the top spot.
Ball one.
On the ground.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul. Runner at second, 2 down. That
That's ball
misses.
2.
And the count's even at 2. That one missed. Man on second, 2 down. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Marte throws to first in time. Machado out of the play. They limit the damage here. D-backs with a run-scoring double. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chase Field, where we go bottom 6. Alek Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Boog, we talked about him pregame. Big-time slump coming in, but it's safe to say his bat has woken up. Looks much more relaxed at the plate today. Well, these Diamondbacks doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Just adding a little padding to the hit streak, red hot.
Left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Off the plate, ball
Another
one.
thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
Stay hot up there.
Here's a 1-1. Gurriel gets a piece. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. One out man at first. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Hey!
Here's your 1. And there's a strike on the outside corner. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Here's a 1-1.
Too high. Ball.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. Cena. Carlos Santana powers one out. His first homer of the year, and they add on. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Randy Vasquez is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. A new pitcher in the game, David Morgan.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Ball. That pitch is up.
Two runs across in the inning here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Out number 2.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Bullpen action for the Padres. Yuki Matsui getting loose out there. Two down, nobody on. Ball one there. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Fastball for a strike. Two outs and one in scoring position.
Ball. Ball 2.
That pitch gets the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And that just misses.
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
Out of line, out towards center. And that's the 3rd out. D-backs at a pair on the homer. We're through 6 full. You're watching Arizona Diamondbacks baseball on the show Southwest. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Blake Walston.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Here's Ramon Laureano.
For the Padres, left fielder Ramon Laureano.
Ball 1.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Sliced hard but foul. Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. And that skips into dirt. Got him. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Nope. Hey.
Andujar wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. That's to third. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Padres, center fielder Jackson Merrill.
2 outs, base is empty. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ball, that's high.
2 down, nobody on. In the air, left field. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Back here in the desert, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side.
In the air, left field. Laureano sprinting after it. Grabs it on the run. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
Oh, 2 now. Bouncer to second. Cronenworth slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, catcher Gabriel Moreno.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. David Morgan done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for San
New arm
Diego,
out of the bullpen,
number 1,
Yuki Matsui. He's into the game with the bases empty.
One more time.
Just missed.
Let's go, D-back. Woo-hoo. Come on, D-back. Come on, you can do it.
They're pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And it's
That's
even up.
ball 2.
That one way inside. Fights it off. You'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Out towards right center field. And the inning is over. And the Diamondbacks down in order. And it remains an 8-1 game. We're at the top of the 8th. Stepping in for San Diego, Gavin Sheets.
That's a ball.
Just missed.
Here we go, Blake.
Walston, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. On the ground, right side. Santana steps on the bag. First out in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Padres, shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
Come on, Diamondbacks. Let's go, Blake.
That one fouled off.
Come on, Blake.
In the dirt, and 1-1.
Here we go, Blake. Strike.
That's in. Ball 2.
The Padres with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Comes a 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
For the Padres, catcher Freddie Fermin.
2 down, bases empty. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Come on, Blake.
2 down, nobody on. Now it's belted deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. And they cut into the lead. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
In the air out to center, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that gives Fernando Tatis Jr. a chance to hit with 2 out.
Up next for the Padres, right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Nope.
And the first
That's
pitch
inside.
misses for ball 1. Cronenworth off of first with 2 away. Fouled off left side. Just
Nope, up there.
missed. On the ground to third. Arenado to first in time. That ends the inning. Another run for Arizona with this bomb. It's now 8-2. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chase Field, on to the bottom of the 8th, Alec Thomas getting ready to hit.
That's a ball.
Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Ron Marinaccio getting ready to go. That one not close, and the count is 2-0. Next
That's ball
offering is
3.
downstairs. And there's the automatic. That one misses.
Outside,
So
ball
a
4.
leadoff walk.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That's
Ball.
a little bit low. And that
No, that's
misses.
down.
3 balls, no strikes. That clears the corner. Three-1 is on the way. Line drive. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Up next for the Diamondbacks,
Carlos
first
Santana,
baseman,
the next to hit.
Carlos
He's already homered here in this one. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. First and second go outs here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Headed for the plate. 1 run across. Here comes Gurriel. Now a relay to the plate. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. And it's an 8-run lead.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here's Ketel Marte. This one in the air, center field. Merrill in position. 2 away now.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, right fielder.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Yuki Matsui out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Ron Marinaccio on the pitch out of the pen here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
That's
Ball,
inside.
inside.
And a foul ball. Late with the swing there. Outside with a breaking ball. And it's second. Swing, and he popped it up. Bogarts under it. And that is that. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9th inning coming up. D-backs lead it 10-2. Last chance coming up for the Padres. This game's a bit of a blowout, Siggy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Did you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So, you know, we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Oh, 1 down.
0-1.
So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, well, you know, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 1-2. Line drive, base hit, right field. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Padres, left fielder Ramon Laureano.
That misses off the outside edge.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 2 balls, no strikes. On the ground, could be 2. Here's Marte for 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So they're down to their final out. Next to hit, Miguel Andujar. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair. So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
And first offering is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. They're down to their final strike. In the air, right field, Carroll on the move. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks slug their way to a win in this one.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
It's true that they underestimate you true. My life is real. So I'm frontin' on them every chance I get, to be honest. Wavy hair, mystique, up in this deep chain with some sick feet. Corner of 10th Street, scoop me in the MPV. I'm holding big. Soloist, vocalist, maestro. This fish grease, rest in peace, Polo. He see us, I was just with G, just like Ryan E. Me and Preem, this history. Young ones of Buelas, Jesus candles, bodegas. Always playing some gangsta. Who is there? They gon' say nah. Look at us now, De La Mare.